To understand Yemen's war today, you have to see how the country fractured over time. What began as a political collapse became a regional proxy conflict, reshaping Yemen's map in the process. Before the war, Yemen was already fragile. After the Arab Spring in 2011, longtime President Ali Abdullah Saleh was forced out. The transitional government that followed failed to stabilize the country, leaving power vacuums across the state. By 2014, the Houthi movement seized the capital, Sana'a, and expanded across northern Yemen. This region is heavily mountainous, terrain that favors defensive warfare and makes military campaigns extremely costly. In 2015, Saudi Arabia intervened, leading a coalition aimed at restoring the internationally recognized Yemeni government and blocking what Riyadh viewed as expanding Iranian influence along its southern border. But the war stalled. The Houthis entrenched themselves in the north, turning the conflict into a prolonged war of attrition. As the conflict dragged on, cracks emerged inside the coalition itself. The United Arab Emirates shifted its focus away from fighting the Houthis and towards southern Yemen, backing the Southern Transitional Council, or STC, a separatist movement seeking control or independence for the south. By the early 2020s, the STC had taken control of Aden, key ports, and much of southern Yemen. The Saudi-backed Yemeni government was effectively sidelined, reduced to a nominal presence. Importantly, the STC has no strategic interest in defeating the Houthis. Their goal is territorial control, not reunification. At the same time, the Houthis largely remained within areas where they hold ethnic, tribal, and demographic dominance, avoiding a costly push south. The result is a de facto partition. Iran-aligned Houthis in the north, UAE-backed STC in the south, and a Saudi-backed government caught in between. This creates a strategic paradox. Iran benefits from a hostile force pressuring Saudi Arabia's border. The UAE secures influence over ports, shipping lanes, and the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, one of the world's most critical maritime choke points. And Saudi Arabia faces a war where its original objectives are increasingly unattainable. That tension surfaced recently when Saudi airstrikes hit a Yemeni port, reportedly over weapons shipments linked to the UAE and destined for STC forces. Saudi Arabia has since warned it may restrict arms flows, leveraging the fact that it controls Yemen's airspace. Yemen is no longer fighting a single civil war. It is trapped in overlapping proxy conflicts, driven by outside powers with competing goals. Unless there is a major regional shift or negotiated settlement, Yemen's conflict may not end. It may simply harden into a permanent division. Today, the Houthis control territory containing roughly 80 to 90% of Yemen's population, giving them political and demographic dominance despite holding less total land area. What Yemen becomes next may depend less on Yemenis and more on the powers fighting around them.